don't you have little dots like I do? Why is your image better than mine? What made it so?
Well, I thought you did something intentional to have the dots.
No, not really. What did you do not to have them?
I think it may have to do with isLead or somewhere. Yeah, I modified the minimum distance here to something a little larger than 0. Maybe that's it. But I'm not sure.
Can you go back to the image? Just. All right, so maybe it's me seeing over Teams, but if you look, I'm not sure how to describe where to look. That's your mouse moving.
Yes.
I was about to refer to that, but on the green sphere, there is a straight line going from left to right. And
this one.
That's okay. Somewhere in the middle of that, it seems to be a shade. Yeah, right there. It's a darker shade. That's a little strange how it comes up.
I'm not sure.
It doesn't feel very natural, but I'm not gonna complain about it. It's just.
I'm curious now if I turn the image, if it's still visible.
If you turn off the shadows,
yeah, it's still there.
It is still there. So wait, look at the red one. What the heck is going on the red one?
Well, some parts.
These were totally not visible. No, these are. So something is. Okay, what I find not quite all right are those lines that are not very clear. They're like gradient lines. You can see a vertical one on the green sphere, and yeah, that's the one. And there is one to the left. Yeah. So
this is where it jumps from. It jumps from being lit to ambient.
Are you sure?
At least in my code.
So that you mean that's where the diffuse ends?
Yes.
But the diffuse should never go darker than the ambient. And it does here, right? Because you start with ambient and then you add diffuse if it's positive. So it should never go darker than ambient.
Okay.
So either what you're calling ambient is something else, or the diffuse goes below.
Maybe it has to do with this, because if I hit some lights, I return what I computed, and otherwise I return the ambient. Maybe this is. Yeah.
Wait. Okay, this will do it. Can you scroll up a little? So, okay, so this is debatable, and we're not going into very advanced lighting algorithms. But can you scroll down a little? What was your condition?
If I hit any lights.
If you hit any light.
If any light raycast hits this.
Oh. Okay. So here is the trick. Ambient should not be, so shadows are ambient light. Shadows are not absence of light. So line 82 should be outside the if. And 82. Okay. So shadows should only hide. What are you doing? Oh, well,
I'm putting the line outside here. Okay. So
then-
this.
So then your if inside line 107 shouldn't happen, really.
Okay. And I should, I believe I should take this out.
Correct. And I'm not sure why are you breaking line 98. You
Just a
shouldn't be breaking
second.
there anymore.
Okay.
I mean, you have to accumulate all lights. And then there you just go with the final color, and that's all. Because basically, if you didn't, if you were shaded from all three lights, you would go really dark.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas here you have three ambients added up together. Is this realistic? It's debatable.
Well, I think
It's just a model of how we calculate lighting. It looks okay-ish, but I think this will fix the way it looks.
Yeah, it really changed.
Yep. Now they're much brighter.
And I have to wait for some more frames too.
Yeah, I think your break there made things a little faster. Okay, do you see? Because I do see, but it's probably because of Teams. Do you see like lines? Not now. Go a little more. More. Here. Not too much. I think it's Teams not giving. Do you see continuous color or do you see horizontal lines?
On this sphere, for example,
Yeah.
on the green one. Yes, I see some lines, but they're not horizontal. Right here.
Okay. So, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So it's Teams not giving me color resolution. Okay, so this looks alright.
Okay.
This feels fine. Because those lines that we've looked at before, those are ifs, right? They should be continuous, except for the shadows, but those were the anomalies. Okay, so this looks good.
Okay, I'm going to commit it. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
I think I may have something as well then.
Uh-huh.
I realized that for everyone it's a lot brighter, for me it's a lot darker. I mean, it looks right, but it's just dark.
And small, aren't they?
It's not small, it's just zoomed out. It's my monitor huge, so it's like
Okay, because I had
3K or something.
this is one of the errors that I've seen, but now they seem okay. They are okay. So why are they dark?
Yeah, it's just really dark.
So it feels like when you combine the colors, you are multiplying with that light intensity in a wrong way.
Let me see.
Yeah, you do have a huge resolution going on. I don't know, because I need to squint.
Wait a second for it to load, because right now it's not responding, and I'll zoom it in.
Yeah. So this is what I was telling your colleague about accumulating colors, and you should have two variables. So you should have a variable for each light. Line 103, right? Light intensity is 0.8, and you multiply 3 times. So first light will be dimmed.
That makes a lot of sense. So each light should have a different color variable.
Emil, I think this is what I was telling you about. You were about to implement something just like he has, and then it would look dark.
Yeah, you know what is strange? Because I got the same, almost the same results as my previous colleague presented with only one color.
Yeah. No, I mean this does have the 3 lights. The problem is that the colors of the first light are reduced by 0.64, and the color of the second light is reduced by 0.8 from what it should be, and then it's darker. Because I believe the intensity is set to 0.8, and then you see this accumulation going bad.
Something like this, probably.
Yeah, something like that.
And then this one should be multiplied.
Now, the multiplication with intensity should be done regardless of shadow or not.
Oh, well.
I would argue that it feels more realistic. Okay, and then you need to accumulate this. Not there. Yes, there, yes, there, yes, there. It's okay. You're right. So now this should be bright.
I didn't really give it a thought. Wait a second. I think I should close this before it actually starts running. Yep. Okay. Still quite dark. Looks the same basically.
Okay, let me try to read this again. Line 88, is that color times light ambient?
Yep.
Not good. Line 85.
Oh yeah, that's
Start with black. Okay. Basically move line 85 inside. So line 88 should be also light color. Okay. Initialize light color with the ambient, like you have it on 88. So whatever you have on the right of the equal sign on 88, put it on 90, and then that will make sense. And get rid of 85 and 88. So this
background should be background is
neutral. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So with this, because you're now scaling it down, and the ambient light is really low in value, so that would, the intensity was, yeah, so now we have it. Okay, so here it is.
And it's also pretty, it doesn't have the dots.
Well, everything that's lighter seems prettier once you've seen something darker, but in a while you'll get bored with it. I've been seeing it for a number of years now, so I'm not so impressed. Okay, that's interesting. That one right there. Those are some artifacts, the little bright dots. Unless there is a sphere behind the green one. Now, you see is the specular.
Yep.
It's whatever is left of the specular.
Really
yeah, that's fine.
Probably if there was a bigger resolution, it would be clearer, so it would look a little bit better, but...
You can, but it will take a while to process.
But other than that, it looks pretty good. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. All right.
All right, then. My question is now why I'm getting apparently the same results as my colleagues, and I'm not using a different color for each light. I'm just adding to the...
Yeah, because you do not scale by the light intensity. Do you scale by the light intensity anywhere?
No.
That's why.
Yeah, that's right.
But you can multiply. So when you add ambient, you can put there the scaling with light intensity, and then you don't need two variables.